Utah's boating season is just around the corner, and when you start taking your boat out for a spin, it is easy for invasive species like mussels to stick to the side of your boat. It could cost the state millions of dollars each year to remove those species from our water systems, which could result in higher utility fees for all of us in the state. Utah's Division of Wildlife Resources created a new, cost-efficient way to decontaminate your boats to keep our bodies of water clean and safe. Joining us now to explain is Nathan Owens, the Aquatic Invasive Species Coordinator for Utah's Division of Wildlife Resources. Nathan, good to see you and thank you for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Nathan, can you tell us about the new dip tank method that your agency is using to decontaminate boats and help fight invasive quagga mussel?
Yeah, this is something we're really excited about. The last several years, we've seen this trend at Lake Powell with more people coming there every year to boat. They're bringing more complex boats every year that require additional attachments for us to decontaminate, additional training for our folks to decontaminate, and largely leading to longer lines for everyone. We knew that we couldn't continue business as usual, so we were able to pursue this idea that has been brewing for a number of years now, basically using a giant tank full of hot water, having boaters back their boats down into this tank, and then activate all those systems simultaneously to completely rid those systems of all quagga mussel veligers or larval mussels in these systems. So it essentially takes that complex process of decontaminating some of these wakeboard boats down from 40 minutes to an hour all the way down to under 10 minutes.
Wow. Okay, so you talked a little bit about this, but how does this tank make the process more effective and convenient for everyone involved?
So this system allows us to decontaminate all of those raw water systems simultaneously. Before, based on the water flow of our decontamination units, the different attachments needed for ballast tanks, engines, those types of things, we had to do each one of those individually, and the pumps we were using were far less efficient and powerful. Now we're leveraging the technology that's really quite impressive in a lot of these newer boats and using that to our advantage to make sure that we get all of these systems decontaminated at once a lot more quickly.
Where will this new tank be installed and when will it be operational?
This tank will be installed at State Line Launch Ramp at Wahweap Marina at Lake Powell. We've been working with the National Park Service at Glen Canyon National Recreation Area. They've done a lot of the site prep. They've actually dug the site for us with funding from the Bureau of Reclamation and our legislature. We were able to fabricate this thing. It was transported down to Lake Powell the last day or two. It is currently in the hole with all those systems being installed right now. So it is ready to go and offer these services to the public May 1st.
I wish we had more time. I have more questions to ask you, but if you need more information, head over to our website, abc4.com. We'll link you over to them to get more information. You've been hearing from Nathan Owens, the Aquatic Invasive Species Coordinator for Utah's DWR. Nathan, thank you for being here. It was great to have you.
Thank you.